Starter nå. Skikkelig troll å si det. 1998, altså. Ja. Da var jeg 4 år da. De beste. Ja, ja. Men de skal ikke lage remake av dette her. Ja. Jeg var 4 år når spillet kom ut. Og du var 7 eller 8? Ja. 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 Licensed by Sony Computer i USA. Nei, jeg kan ikke høre ekko av meg selv lenger, jo. Nei. Nei, jeg kan ikke høre ekko av meg selv lenger, jo. Nei.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Up to that.
After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved infamous terrorist
Hello?
activity. With powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf,
Alltså,
the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy
jag tror du känner från Mias.
disguise. Vulcan Raven, Giant and Shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility
det
covers
är
the whole
innefanns
island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Ja, betyder espionage, är det spion? Ja, betyder espionage, är det spion? Går ikke. Jo, gör det.
Vet du hvordan du kan fikse det?
Vet du hvordan du kan fikse det?
Kanskje en reset, da?
Kanskje en reset, da?
Du kan ikke skippe det? Jeg tror nok du kan skippe det. Det var lang intro, eller?
Det var lang intro, eller?
Åja. Åja. Dårlig, ass. Dårlig, ass. Åh. Elektrisk, ja. Trening. VR-trening. Opp til deg. Ja, jeg snakker om Raiden.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to
Om
greet an
musklene
old
hans.
war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound.
Yes,
You're not my
yes.
commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
Ja.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake.
Shit.
Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island. a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Foxhound.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of ArmsTech,
That's
Kenneth
what not.
Baker. They're both being
Dark.
held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
Skip.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility
kan
includes a
exit,
hardened
huh?
underground base.
Vad... Och så är det Extreme. Och vad följer det? Vad tar det? Normal. DVT. Han sömmer, alltså han inte sömmer. Ja, tror ja.
Can be through here.
Ja.
I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bombs.
Det er mange her. Mange her. Hæ? Ja, det er mange her i Norge. Nei. Nei. Jeg tror jeg sier det sånn.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way
Ja,
out.
den husker jeg
Just
den
as
der.
I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85.
Er det
You're wondering
generalen
about
nå?
the codec. push the select button. When we
Ya,
need to
hareketler
contact
almaz.
you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Just... Just stick das.そこでこうや。Casino.
What was that noise? Who's that?
Snake.
What happened? Snake! Snake!
Nå finner det ut, ass. Da finner det ut. Har du glemt det? Jeg tror de må stelte, ass. Vi skal cigarette. Smoke a cig. Det var ikke det de grabbe ifra. Så blir det på, ass.
Snake, you have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button, and then use the directional button to crawl in the direction you want.
Be careful, though. Crawling is slow and you can't attack when you're doing it either.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
Du kan ikke slå dem ennå, ikke sant? Alert. Tror du kommer løpe oss? Rash. Plutselig så kommer det thank you for playing this game. Hva er det han tar av? Han tar av andre. Ja, han tar av resten. Tactical espionage, er det som man sier det? Action. Espionage, 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 espionage. Jeg blir sliten når man sier det. Jeg husker ikke. Ja.
Snake, I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Nå, du bare slapp når du sier det.
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
Det er ikke slapp oss.
Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D.
Terrorist.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention.
Liquid
Now's
Ashlam.
your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
Se. Se på grafikken, da. Se på grafikken.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Der er det.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly hind in this kind of weather.
Oi, det der remaken er på.
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Hit Tom.
I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy.
Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Dark başı.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr.
Wink
Naomi
also.
here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll
Ja,
let you do
när
a
hon
strip
winkar
search
med
on me.
ögonen.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you,
Ja,
but I did manage
med
to smuggle
ena.
out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach
Hon är
acids.
kinesaren.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by
Right.
the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door?
Nå går du, ikke sant?
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Där är rations.
Whose footprints are these?
Ja, okej. Det er skikkelig sånn assassin. Du kan ikke bare rushe, ikke sant?
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
Det kan ikke bare rushe oss. Det er sånn, hvis vi hadde vært barn, vi hadde bare rushet. Det går ikke. Du kan bare løpe. Vi skal hente ammo i midten, eller? Det er ammo, ikke sant?
Surveillance camera?
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Du kvelte han. Men du skulle kvele han egentlig?
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved
Then
out
we
here
stay.
for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.
Han vant ta på headseten, ass.
Those mice are
Han
Alaskan field
vant
mice.
ta på
Don't
headseten.
worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating.
Nei, jeg
They dig
bruker
tunnels
bows.
under the snow. That's where they
Bows.
stay
Jeg bruker
warm.
bows.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
Jeg er Kossia. Den som er laget av aluminium.
Sometimes the males will kill
Jeg
and eat
hadde.
offspring that's not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Yeah, pretty brilliant program, huh? If there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice.
Det er meister. Mail.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay? Don't give up, Snake.
Memory card. Saving. Please don't remove memory card. Ja, det er derfor jeg ler. Det er fordi det er under vannet. De følger etter musen her. Det er bra at de ikke biter deg, altså. De musene der. Nei, muser også kan bite hvis de vil.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
To Securitas. Det hadde vært deilig å ta med våpenet der. Det hadde vært deilig å ta med våpenet der. Det hadde vært deilig å ta det våpenet enemy team har. Og så er det skudd ved tanksen. Jeg tror ikke du så den, ass. That's good. Nei, er det seriøst? Hvis de ser det da. Jen. Nå forstår jeg, hvis den er gul, betyr at den ikke har signal. Hvis den er grønn igjen, så betyr det sukko. Nå er det våpen også. Kan du skyte det? Rart at de ikke hører oss. Och Sheriff prövar att skjuta den med. De har assault rifle, kan du ikke ta den? Det betyr at den er låst.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon.
Jeg tror du skal
To
fortsette
use
den
it, first
ventilen eller
hold down
den
the
heisen, tror
R2
jeg.
button to enter weapon mode. Then
Heisen?
select the weapon you
Sa jeg
want
at det skal
with the
til heisen?
directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
Du kan dial, sir.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake. The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century. It was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity. But they could not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing Start 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with Start 2?
Most people think that we live in a safer world now. But with all the dismantled nuclear weapons and waste around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Så ligger meg snart. Jeg tror kanskje de skal fortsette på den ventilen. Nei, den ventilen du kom fra. Jeg tror kanskje de skal til den heisen. Jeg husker at... Må se deg rundt oss. Du skal ikke drepe de der. Fordi du får sikkert noen kort eller noe, jeg vet ikke. Hva tror du? Prøv å drepe dem.
the elevator to move from floor to floor. To call the elevator, press the button on the nearby control panel by pressing the action button. The elevator should show up in no time.
Jeg tror kanskje vi skal bare nærme den radaren, det er da de ser den.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief.
Damn.
He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder.
Det er sånn common sense. Husk i den tiden barn spilte det, husk det. Sukumbulett. Jeg vet, nei. Det er skikkelig bra navn, det er Sokom. Ja, med laser. Det er derfor det kalles Sokom, tror jeg. Ja, med laser. Den er jo laser, ikke sant? Det er det enda bedre. Og så blender du folk når du ser det.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area.
Men det er militære
Some place to
grupper.
drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Is that a woman? Not yet.
Okay. Trener. Er henne? Jeg husker ikke, altså. Er det boss? Skal ikke redde henne, eller?
Who's that?
Chief DARPA.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief,
Who-
Donald Anderson,
who is that?
right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they
And
sent
you
here
to
to
save-
save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information
George
about the
Beard.
terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to
Det är
them.
inte alla.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information.
Hör du det?
Okay?
Min hörde då.
Exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production.
Jag tar den där. Jag
If it hadn't been for the revolution,
Ja, det kan det.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Klar för sig kostymen där.
The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Security guard där.
Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one.
PAL,
I know one.
NT,
Baker, the president of ArmsTech.
That's right. Each of us needs to input
Europa,
our password,
Europa.
or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Det hör.
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
Jag
They were
ska
designed
inte
by
damma
ArmsTech, the system
trasa.
developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes, you can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card
Så
into each
nära
one.
varandra.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Aha,
Yes,
så ska han
they cemented over the
säga
entrances,
toxiker?
but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
Vem är i second floor då?
Take this.
Card,
It's
när han
my
har
ID
Baker
card.
eller vad det är.
It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Ultron? No.
Hey, what happened?
No. Shit. Hey, what happened?
Dead.
Hey, what happened?
Naomi!
Varför dödade han?
What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a
Varför
heart
dödade
attack
han?
with...
A heart attack? No,
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Han tror chefen hans är inblandad. Blir knockat av folk?
Don't move!
Knockat av folk?
So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think. Shoot!
You've got a card, don't you? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. greit. Fortsett stream øyeblikk inn. Ja. Jeg ser på. Snakkes senere. Øyeblikk. Ja.
Snake, what are you doing? Take care of the bad guys and get the hell out of there. You better use that weapon you found.
waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I'm telling you, shoot!
Thanks for the help.
Wait! Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
they were conducting exercises with this new Metal Gear prototype? Is that what the DARPA chief said?
Yeah.
What the hell?
So you know about Metal Gear?
Just rumors. I heard it is some kind of walking tank that can deliver an accurate nuclear strike from any terrain. Mountains, deserts, swamps, wherever. But you are the real expert on Metal Gear, aren't you, Snake?
Yeah, I guess I am. But what about the PAL system that the DARPA chief mentioned?
It is a device attached to a nuclear weapon system to prevent the missile from being armed or launched. Usually, a secret detonation code or combination is necessary to launch the missile.
According to the chief, there are 2 codes, and the terrorists already know one of them.
The other code? If the terrorists find out that one too.
Yeah, I've got to hurry and rescue President Baker.
What's up, Snake? Snake, listen to what Lo Ji said. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. Just because you see an item doesn't mean that you always have to get it. If you don't really need it, think twice before you stick your neck out. It might not be worth it.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read people's minds. He got the DARPA chief's detonation code. Hurry up or he'll get Baker's code too.
That's right. If the terrorists get Baker's code, they'll be able to launch that nuke anytime they want.
Yeah, they'll use Metal Gear to do it. Colonel, did you know they were conducting a military exercise here using Metal Gear?
I didn't know.
Really?
Snake, you've got to understand. I'm just the middleman in this operation. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second-floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code.
What can I do for you, Snake? Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all spent, while our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake. Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay? Don't give up, Snake. Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a... What can I do for you, Snake? Be careful, Snake.
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read people's minds. He got the DARPA chief's detonation code. Hurry up or he'll get Baker's code too.
That's right. If the terrorists get Baker's code, they'll be able to launch that nuke anytime they want.
Yeah, they'll use Metal Gear to do it. Colonel, did you know they were conducting a military exercise here using Metal Gear?
I didn't know.
Really?
Snake, you've got to understand. I'm just the middleman in this operation. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second-floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code.
Хорошо. Good. You found a SOCOM. That's a Special Operations Command pistol. It's a .45 caliber pistol with plenty of stopping power. It's also equipped with a LAM for nighttime combat. If you hold down the weapon button, you can train the laser sight on the enemy to help you aim. If you find a SOCOM suppressor, you can equip that too. That pistol was designed specifically for use by special forces, so I think it will be useful. Some people find it a little heavy and hard to use, but it shouldn't be a problem for you.